Hey guys, it's Kenzie, and today I am filming a video that I have been wanting to film for a long time. Just I was kind of nervous to film it just because of like if I'd mess it up or if I didn't know what to say and everything, but I'm going to film it anyways, and I've written down some things in this little journal notepad thing to share with you guys, and it's just about positivity and like living a positive lifestyle and being happy. So I will get into that. So just like a background, I guess, because I've talked about this and I feel like it's a lot of videos. It may not have been, especially the What I Learned in 2013 video. I talked about this a lot in summer of 2013, so last summer. I kind of like devoted my life to positivity. Like I just had a whole new way of thinking last summer. Like I've never been as happy as I have been in these past months, and I've like I want to say the past few months I've kind of like gotten away from it, and then I was like, what's wrong with me? Like I don't know what's wrong, like I don't know why I'm not as happy as I was. Then I realized like whatever, like I just kind of had drifted away from it. So there is a huge difference. I can't even stress to you guys this enough. This is something that I feel so passionately about, like oh my gosh, oh god. But yeah, and I'm back, so no worries. But it's just like living a positive lifestyle and being happy and everything, so we're gonna get into it. This book I read this morning. I'm like literally just read this book and I'm filming this video, but it's Did I Ever Wake Up by Modson, and Modson is already one of my really big role models. Like his music is great, but it's the meaning behind a lot of his music too, and then just things that I'd read about him, things that he'd written and everything, and so I finally got his book. This book is Did I Ever Wake Up by Modson. It's a step-by-step guide on how to make life a dream, and it's $25, so it is like more expensive than most books, but it's $25, best $25 I've ever spent. It's a lot thinner, so it's a quick read if you don't like reading, and then the pages aren't even like long, so it honestly took me like 30 minutes to read this book, but it was seriously like the best book I've ever read in my entire life. He made a lot of really good points, and if you guys really want to like get more in depth on the positive thinking, I would definitely suggest picking this book up. So yeah. So Modson is coming to Dallas April 9th, so I think I might be going, so if you go, come say hi, because I'm pumped for that. But okay, I kind of wrote down some steps, but I don't really, there's so many more things that I could say, and I kind of just tried to narrow it down, and I'll probably make more videos and everything, but if you guys have more questions or anything, you can always leave a comment below. I am better at answering Tumblr messages than comments, just because there's so many comments, but and I can answer more in depth on Tumblr. So step number 1, I just wrote down 5 things of what I wanted to put. So here, number 1, I put living by the law of attraction, and if you don't know what the law of attraction is, it's basically like what you think will happen. Like if you have good thoughts, good things will happen to you. If you have bad thoughts, bad things will happen to you. And that is so true. Like okay, a good example of this actually is, you know, when you think you're getting sick and then you just think, oh, I want to be sick, I want to be sick. Like you can psych yourself into getting sick. That actually works. Like if you want to stay home from school, not promoting this, but that works. So whenever I don't want to get sick, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to get sick, I'm not going to get sick, even though I feel awful, and I feel better. It's all in the mind. Like honestly, everything is so in the mind, it's ridiculous. Like I can't even, oh my gosh. But and I know a lot of people who like struggle with depression, and a lot of things are like, it's impossible for me to be happy and everything, and I strongly disagree. I don't want to like get into that too much just because it'll offend people and people get mad about it, but I really do disagree. There's a way for you to move past it and get past it. There's so many people who have gone past it. So it's just your thoughts come alive, and enlightened is like a person who is enlightened in Modson's words, like someone who controls their thoughts. So if you think good things, things will happen. And he also mentioned something about how he doesn't like the word hope, which I thought was kind of weird, but then when I read it, I was like, that's actually really a good point, because he was like, I hope for something to happen is basically saying like, I want this to happen, but I'll be fine if it doesn't. And that's not really how you should like live your life. Like you shouldn't be like, you shouldn't say I want to be happy, it's I am happy. There was some analogy he used, say I want to be happy. Like you can fake yourself into thinking these things. Like a lot of the time, just like fake it. It's like the fake it till you make it. Like just be like, I am happy, and keep enforcing this in your mind, and it will help. Like law of attraction, I cannot even explain. Positive thoughts, positive energy. If you have negative thoughts, like obviously negative thoughts are gonna happen, problems are gonna happen, like that's inevitable, it's life, but it's just kind of how you deal with it from there. Just don't focus on it. Like focus on the good rather than the bad. Obviously deal with issues and deal with problems, but if you focus on the positive, there will be a major difference. 2 is be thankful, and like by being thankful I mean like literally be like you wake up in the morning and be like, oh my god, I'm alive again, like this is great. Like it's no day is promised, so if you wake up you're like, oh my gosh, I'm alive, like just be in a good mood. And like I find that the more things that I'm thankful for, the more things I am in a good mood. Like I come into my room and I love my room, so at night I'm like, wow, like I can't believe I have this, like this, I'm so like blessed to have this and everything. And I did have the opportunity of going to Honduras 2 years ago, actually now, and just seeing what they live in versus what we live in, like it is honestly ridiculous. And it's not materialistic, like I understand like we have more, and like it's not all materialistic, it's just like we live such an easy life and we don't even realize it, and it's just like so frustrating to me. Like I came back from that trip and I was mad that I even had the stuff that I had because I felt like I didn't deserve it, and I don't deserve any of it. But it's just like, be thankful. Like literally I'm like, oh my gosh, like I just sit there and I'm like, I love my friends, like I love my life, I love my school. Just be thankful for the small things, because it does make a huge difference if you just are like, oh my gosh, like I don't know, I think it's just kind of like a enlightenment, like just think of my mind and I'm like, dang, like my life is so good, like oh my gosh, it's so awesome, like just like be thankful for everything. Number 3 is removing negativity and surrounding yourself with positivity, and this is a huge one. I've always talked about this. If you have a friend, which I've gotten rid of friends, and like I can think of like 5 off the top of my head, but really one that stands out, but if you are in a place where you are like surrounded by negativity and just people that are not bringing you up, people who are not going to build you up, if they're not wanting to do things with their life and everything, like it's not really gonna work out. Don't be around them. Like you do not have to surround yourself around them. Surround yourself with positive people who love you and who want the best for you and who are just good people. Like I have like really great friends and I'm really thankful for that, but I did have to get rid of a lot of people. Not a lot, but a few people, and it made a huge difference. Like I think back and I'm like, wow, if I was still hanging out with them all the time, like I would not be like who I am today. So it's all just kind of like deciding for yourself of who you want to be with and who you don't want to surround yourself with. Number 4 is being who you want to be, and seriously, like no one actually, like it's high school and I've gotten to the point where I'm like, it is so irrelevant. Like if there are issues in high school and there's drama and people like try to like talk to me about, like I'm just so past the point of caring, and like I don't think that's a bad thing. Like I just don't care about drama, like I don't care about problems, like I love everyone, like be friends with everyone, whatever. Like I don't see the big deal about problems. Sorry, that was completely off topic, but be who you want to be. I understand high school, if you're in high school or in middle school or even have a job and stuff, even in the world, like it's hard to do what you want to do, because if you stand out, people will kind of ridicule you for it, or they'll be like, wow, like that's kind of weird. But there are also a lot of people who will be like, wow, like that's really cool, or I applaud her for like doing her and all of this stuff. Like YouTube isn't a normal thing to do. It's not like I know people think I'm weird for it. Like I'm aware and I don't care. Like it doesn't make a difference, because I love doing it and I love being able to reach out and like all the things that come with it. Like I love that, and I like people's opinions aren't going to change that. And if you find something that you love to do and you just keep like surrounding yourself in it and just kind of like almost become like obsessed, but in a good way. Like obsessed is a negative connotation to it, and it shouldn't. Well, I mean it should in some cases, but let's move on. It's just, it makes like a huge difference just surrounding yourself with like things that you love to do. Like I played sports and stuff before, and I just didn't love them anymore. Like it was not worth spending my time doing, and I thought that I should because everyone else was doing it, but I didn't love it anymore, so I just stopped. And then I started doing more YouTube, and I am so much happier. I love what I'm doing, and I love that I can like reach out to people and stuff. So I definitely suggest doing what you want to do, because it does make a difference, I promise. Number 5 is love, and I feel like this next to law of attraction, I feel like love is like the biggest one. And this is like love yourself first, because I know that sounds selfish, it really does, but it's not at the same time. Like you have to love yourself if you want to love others. Like if you want to be able to help others, you have to love yourself first. Like it's, you know what I mean? It's not really, you can't just love others and not yourself, because it's just not gonna work. Love yourself, love other people, love just like the small things, and just like love people's differences and everything about them. Like if someone's in band, normally people are like, oh band, like awesome, cool, like what instrument do you play, like that's so cool. Like it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? Like respect everyone, but just like love everything and everyone, and just kind of like go at it from like that point of view. Because if you're going at it like, oh I don't care, oh my gosh, like half-heartedly, like you're not gonna live a full life and you're not gonna be as happy as you could be. So yeah, love. This is kind kind of a ramble, I feel like, but honestly, like, I cannot explain how, like, devoting my life to positivity and just, like, everything, like, I literally, along with the love thing, I, like, will just sit in the car and I'm like, I love my life, I love this, and if bad things happen, I'm just like, oh, take a deep breath, it's not the end of the world, whereas before, I was very uptight about things. Just with that, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, I'd get so mad. But now I'm just like, whatever, it's all good, and like zen and everything. But yeah, it honestly makes the biggest difference. So from now on, it is happiest from this point on. And if you guys want to make a pledge to be the happiest that you can be from this point on, hashtag it on Twitter, Instagram, and it's just hashtag HFTPO, because that would obviously be a little long, but happiest from this point on. And just if you want to like say things that you're going to do, or just like whatever you want to say, like if you guys want to communicate on the hashtag and like give each other tips or like write down things that you're thankful for or anything like that, be sure to do that because I'll be checking that hashtag a lot. And follow me on Twitter so I can like see this and everything. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you guys want some more of these videos, and I hope you guys are happy and have a happy day and drink a cup of tea and read a good book and go outside and go on a good walk and see how pretty the world is, and it's just such a good time to be alive. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment below of anything that you guys are like think is a good thing for positivity or anything like that, and ask also if you guys want to like talk to me faster. Message me on Tumblr, I'm always on there. It is basicallyelite.tumblr.com, and it is always in the description. So yeah, I'm sorry this video is kind of long, but I will see you guys soon. Bye!